Hello and welcome to Favorite Rugby on Favorite Sport for today's preview. The World Cup final, Springboks All Blacks, the old foe, the match we've been waiting for. It's been a match almost 30 years in the making, really, isn't it? You know, the last time these two teams did clash in the World Cup final was 1995, a historic victory for South Africa that kind of set the tone for what we've become as a rugby nation. It is the two most successful World Cup sides, the two biggest rugby nations in the world, clashing in Paris, and it's set to be an absolute thriller. It should be an absolute classic. I don't see how this game doesn't become one of those iconic games down the line. I really do. I think it's been such a strange tournament, such an interesting tournament with regards to teams and results and records that can be broken. And it's going to be a story because this will be a record-breaking win for either side. You know, a team will win a fourth World Cup for the first time ever this weekend, regardless of who wins, with both teams currently tied on 3. So in many ways, you know, well, in terms of World Cup, whoever wins tomorrow will be the most successful team in World Cup history. So lots on the line, and two very interesting sides that have been named. Both teams sticking to their guns, sticking to what they're good at, sticking to what's worked for them throughout the tournament. And at this stage, not really willing to adjust for the other side. So before we look at the two teams, please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. We'll start with the South African side. They've gone with a 7-1 split. That is the big news, which is a huge call to make. Especially to go off the bat. And you can see very clearly where they see the game's going to be won, and that is up front in the pack in wet conditions by trying to bully and physically dominate the All Blacks. So if we look at it, it is Stephen Kitshoff, Bongi Manambi, Francois Herber, Ibn Etzebeth, Franco Marston, Sia Khaleesi, Peter Steph-Toy, and Dwayne Vermeulen in an unchanged pack that played against England last week. There were worries about fatigue. I think that's kind of all been taken up by the fact that we've got replacements for 7 out of 8 of our forwards, you know, and yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how that sort of changes the mindset with regards to them being able to guard and empty the tank. The back line has changed a little bit. A new halfback pairing in Faf Tahura, Conjay Pollard. They become the most capped halfback pairing for the Springboks ever. This is the most experienced Springbok team, by the way, ever. That is taken to the field tomorrow, and those two are going to have to play a big role. If we win tomorrow, it's because those two are good games. That for me is without a doubt. Those two are the most important players on the day, I reckon. Your two wings haven't changed. Chisholm Colby and Currie are same as Damien Delinde, Jesse Creel, Damian Williams are all being backed for the form they've shown throughout the tournament. A lot of trust the coaches have in these players. Then the bench, that's what's very interesting, isn't it? Dion Free, Oxenchair, Trevin Yukani are the reserve front row. Trevin Yukani has come in for the injured Vincent Koch. I don't think there's any still step down. In fact, I'm actually so excited that Trevor's going to play tomorrow. You know, didn't play the 2019 World Cup, got injured in the first game against New Zealand. So what an arc it is to miss the entire World Cup due to an injury against New Zealand, to come back 4 years later and to finish with in a World Cup final against New Zealand. It's fantastic in a World Cup final. It's absolutely brilliant for him, and very chuffed he will get that chance. Two locks in Jean-Claude and Arcus Neyman, as well as further two back rowers in Kwagga Smith and Jasper Wiese. I see Bongi Manambi going the distance, to be honest, potentially, and with Dion Free, Kwagga Smith and Jasper Wiese potentially being the loose chair at the end. Billy Lou, the only backline player. A lot of people are scared about that decision, and I think Scrum-off would have been the safer call. The reason it is Billy Lou, I think, is obviously the experience, the calm head he brings, but also because Damian Williamson is our utility player. And so Bililu is a direct replace of Damian Williamson, who can shift to 10, 12, 14, can play across that back line. And so, you need a replacement for him, seeing as that he will be the one that will shift if there are injuries to that back line. It's a risk in terms of not having Scrum-off. Minty and Colby will have to deputise if Faf de Klerk goes down, which Touchwood he won't. But that's what we've gone with. And in terms of New Zealand, well, they've backed their own strengths. They've got stuck with a 5-3 split. They've stuck with a very similar side, just the two changes, only one new player into the side in Nepolo Lala, and a change with Brody Taylor going into the front, into the starting lineup, and Sam Whitelock dropping back down to the bench. So the front row is Ethan de Groot, Currie Taylor, Tyro Lomax. This front row battle is going to be huge. I do think this game could very well be won in the scrums. Brody Taylor, Scott Barrett behind them means there'll be powerful tied 5. So I think that matchup's going to be really interesting. We've then got Shannon Frizzell, Sam Cane, Artie Sevilla, much better loose chair than we saw in August. Shannon Frizzell will add a lot of physicality. Sam Cane playing a lot, much better rugby than he was a few months ago. Aaron Smith, Richie Mwanga have been the halfback pairing throughout the tournament. They continue to be backed. Mark Talaire back on the back of his World Rugby Breakthrough Player of the Year nomination. He and Will Jordan on the wings there. Will Jordan looking to try and break that Rugby World Cup try-scoring record. He needs one more to break it. In the centres, it will be Geordie Barrett and Rico Awani. Bowden Barrett at full back Off the bench in a 5-3 split, All Blacks not being pulled into a slug match by the Boks. They're back in their 5-3 split. It will be Samasoni Takawau, Tamati Williams, Nepolo Lala, then Sam White-Clark, Dalton Papali'i, Finley Christie, Damien McKenzie, and Tom Leonard-Brown. Very, very tried and tasted formula from Ian Foster and his coaches. Wonder what your score predictions are. Who do you think is taking it? Who is winning the World Cup? Let me know down in the comments below. Please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steven. I'll chat to you soon.